Hello everyone. People keep asking me what's the worst test route in this area, and in my opinion it's this one. There's an opportunity to see Judy's story. Now Judy's story is how she managed to dominate a driving examiner with just one of these, just a bottle of water. So it's right at the end, so stay tuned and you can see this very good, very interesting. Cheers. Welcome everybody, this is test route number 5 for Hinckley, and we're just coming out of the car park here. We've parked so we're facing away from the green fence, and we're just coming out of the car park. I'm going to move up to the where the road is and turn right. I'm going to turn right onto Brookside. So here we are, just waiting for the cars to go by. So there are 12 test routes for Hinckley, and this is test route number 5, and we'll see where this one takes us. We're on Brookside at the moment, and we're going to turn left at the traffic lights. Now the thing about this traffic lights is that there's 2 left turns right next to each other, so we've got to be careful with the indicator. And the light's gone onto red, so that gives us a chance just to have a look at this. So there's a left turn, there's like a slip road, but that's not the one we want. We want the main road, which is Rugby Road. So we're not going to indicate for left until we get level with the slip road, basically. So there you go. All the test routes for Hinckley are on the YouTube channel, and you can have a look at those. Just subscribe, and there they are. Also, this test route will be listed out in the description, so you'll be able to follow that from there. So lights have gone to green. We're now going to indicate level with the slip road. We're going up Rugby Road, which is the main road here. Now as soon as we turn into Rugby Road, then it's take the next road on the right, just where the grey car's coming from, and that's where we need to go next. The next road on the right then takes us into Hillside Road. Then as soon as we're in there, so we take the next road on the left. So the junctions are already coming thick and fast. This is GREENMOOR Road we're turning into now. Let's wait for this car to go through. Give lots of room. So we've gone right then left, we're in GREENMOOR Road, and now we're going to turn right again. Just where this other learner car is going down. We'll turn right there, and this is APPLEBEE Road we're turning into. It's spelled APPLEBEE, like apple and then a B. There we go, so APPLEBEE Road. We'll follow APPLEBEE Road all the way along. And we're going to come to the end of APPLEBEE Road, and it's just a bend in the road, this really. So we're just going to brake. We're going to drop it into second gear. It's going to take us into SPINNEY Road. We'll follow that around. There's a few roads like that in Hinckley where, you know, it just comes to the end, but it's not really a junction, it's just a bend. And there's another one here. We're going to turn, well actually we're going to turn left onto Dennis Road here. This is actually the end of this road. It's just a little cul-de-sac one way, and this way it's the you continue on. Okay, so that's that. So we're on Dennis Road now. We're just going to go around the parked car, and we're going to come to a crossroads. At the crossroads, we're going to turn right. As we turn right at this crossroad, we're coming from Dennis Road onto Hall Road. See where the Audi wants to go. She seems to be in a little bit of a rush. So we'll let her go. She's got places to go, people to see. And we've turned onto Hall Road now. We're just going to follow this Hall Road along. So you would have noticed, if you've watched the other videos as well about the Hinckley test routes, there's quite a lot of this. There's quite a lot of this kind of working your way through estates and turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right, like that. So good idea, turn left. We're going to turn left at the end of this one as well. Or is it right? I can't remember. Let me have a quick look. Actually, it's right at the end of this one. So at the end of all road, I'm going to turn right here. Get myself confused. And then at the end of this one, so we're on GREENMOOR Road again now. At the end of this one, we're going to turn left into SKETCHLEY Manor Lane. Yeah, so there's quite a lot of this, you know, lots of junctions on top of each other in the kind of little housing estates. So good idea just to learn these, you know, get to know them, get to know the area. I'm going to turn left at the end of this road here. That's going to take us into SKETCHLEY Lane. It's not too bad. It's a nice area around this part of Hinckley, really. I suppose the people here would call it Burbage, but who knows? Who knows where Hinckley begins and Burbage ends? We don't know. I suppose yeah. And at the end of this road, then we're going to turn left, and that's going to take us on to HERALD Way. HERALD Way. And finally, we're coming out of this bit of the estate. We're going to go straight ahead at the roundabout. We're just going to wait for whatever siren that is. It's a police car. Let him go. Just going to wait for the roundabout to clear. And there we go. We're going to go straight ahead. Just letting everybody know where we're going. Into this road here. As we come along here, in a few moments we're going to turn right. I've forgotten what this road's called. There you go. It's on the bottom of the screen. If you look, it's there. All right. So we're going to be turning right in a few seconds anyway. Lots of speed bumps along this one. Quite a wide road. Quite a wide road to be going down. We're going to be turning right in a few seconds. That's it, into PYEHARPS Road. PYEHARPS Road, I'm sure you pronounce it that way. It's certainly spelt that way. So that's it. Along PYEHARPS, we go all the way to the end of this road here. Takes us all the way to the end. And then when we get to the end, we're going to turn right. This is Coventry Road we're turning into. So it's Coventry Road Burbage, different to Coventry Road Hinckley, which seems a bit strange to have two Coventry roads quite close to each other, but there it is. We turn right to this and we're heading off towards Rugby Road again now. So you can see we've gone, you know, this way and that, around these kind of minor roads, and now we're going to turn onto the main road, which is the Rugby Road. And it's not always easy, particularly first thing in the morning, to get out of there onto Rugby Road. It's normally a bit of a queue coming up to this roundabout, which we're going to go straight ahead at. So we're taking the second exit. We're going to stay in the left lane all the way around the roundabout, Check the mirrors and signal, let everybody know where we're going as we're coming off of here. So on Rugby Road now, and we're heading now down toward the big roundabout where the M69 is. We're going towards the A5 South, so if you look on the signs you'll see that's telling you to be in the centre lane, the middle lane, as you approach the roundabout for the A5 South, and you'll see on the road it says A5S, so just stay in this lane. You'll also see it signposted for Milton Keynes as well. Which seems a bit strange because we're a very long way from Milton Keynes here. There it is. And it's this one here. And you look at the green sign there. It says Milton Keynes, Lutterworth, A5, and in brackets S for South. As we come past there, we're going past the Jury's Inn Hotel. It's quite nice in there. Went for a conference there a few years ago. Very nice food they gave us, actually. The speed limit along this road here, this is the A5. This side of the roundabout, the speed limit is 60. But we can't do 60 today, obviously, because there's a bit of a line of traffic ahead of us. And all we're doing now is we're just keeping pace with the traffic, keeping a nice space in front of the car, so that, you know, if anything happens, we've got lots of reaction time. But we're only doing like 47 miles an hour. No point in going any quicker than that, because we're not going to get much further down the road if we did. Just keeping pace with the traffic on the road, making sure we don't go over the speed limit. There's not much danger of that today. We're going to take the next left though. The next left will be signposted for Burbage, and it will tell us that Burbage is in, we're 2 miles away from Burbage. So we see the green sign coming up, the B578. Just there, and it says on the white sign there, Burbage 2 miles. That then takes us into Lutterworth Road. And again, this is a 60 mile an hour road, and it's kind of a country lane really, but now we can see the road's clear ahead of us. We're going to get some speed up. As we're coming into the bends though, what we'll be doing is just easing off a little bit, gas wise, just easing off, making it nice and steady, keeping the car nice and stable as we go through the bend. And then as we're coming away from the bends, then we'll be just increasing the gas, helping the car to straighten up and keeping it nice and stable in that way. Same thing with that bend, and there's another one coming up here. So you do have to show, if you come down this road, on if you get test number 5, you do have to show that you're confident enough to get the speed up along these roads, but you're also, you know, savvy enough to guide the car around the bends as well. So just to demonstrate again, as you're coming into the next bend, we're just easing off the gas a little bit, letting the car just stabilise, feeling that, taking us through the bend, and then increasing the gas as we come away. Bring us back up to the speed. We're now up to 60 miles an hour. And you can see that it's quite easy actually to get up to 60 on this road. But ahead of us, we're coming into where all the houses and everything are again. And so the speed limit will drop, and there it is, it drops down to 30. So we must be doing 30 or below before we get to the signs. And actually it's telling us to give way to oncoming vehicles, which is what we're going to do now. We've got the van. I think we'll get in between the van and the car quite easily, so we'll take our chance there and move ourselves around. So now that we're down at 30, this should feel really slow to you. I've been done 60 on the last couple of roads, or been quicker anyway, on the last couple of roads. This 30 mile an hour should feel quite slow. And that's good, because it is. It is quite slow. And if it feels slow, then it means you've got it about right. As we come through here, we can see the road narrows significantly. Also, the road surface isn't brilliant. Also, we've got some parked cars that are going to force us into the middle of the road just before the bends. So we must be careful to make sure that it's clear before we commit ourselves, just like that, you see. Road bends round here now. Bends round to the right, taking us past the Spire, which has got a subway in it, and around past the library in Burbage, and on we go. And we're going to go a long way, going all the way to the end of this road, so it's quite a long road, but the speed limit again is going to change as we come up to see where the Anchor Inn pub is. That's where it changes from 30 back down to 20. So in order to keep the car down at 20 or below, I'm just going to drop it into second gear, and I'm just going to plod along. And second gear will help you to keep the car down at around that speed, so that you don't drift above it all the time. Taking it steady, so it says slow. We're already doing 18, but it says slow as well. If you've got your sat nav on, by the way, it'll still say that this road is 30, so do be careful that that's not fooling you. So look out for the road signs rather than just following what it says on the sat nav. I have my sat nav on now and it says 30, but we're going to go past these signs where the speed limit changes, and hopefully we're not going to get our tyres burnt by these guys. Just going to wait for the road to clear, and then we're going to ease around. Keep it a good distance. How many pedestrians in the road? Obviously we need to keep a good distance from them. We know the speed limit has changed now, but there's a narrow space here for us to go through, so we're just going to hold off really getting the speed up wise, and then when it clears we're going to go just that little bit quicker, getting up to the speed of the road. Taking it nice and steady along here. Again, like I said, we're going to go all the way to the end of this road, following it down. Over the brow of the hill. And then when we get to the end, I'm going to turn left. The end of the road here takes us onto Burbage Road, and just as a bit of context, we're heading off toward town now. That's where we all come out of Lutterworth Road, which actually became Hinckley Road in the end, and we turned left into Burbage Road, and it's taken us off now toward the town centre, towards Hinckley town centre. There's some traffic lights down here, and we're going to go straight ahead at those lights. Just going to follow the road ahead, and they've gone back to green fairly obviously. So we just wait here, nice and patient. These lights do tend to be on red for a little while, and certainly if you're around like 8 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the evening, there's usually a queue here, and so we're lucky today that we're not in that queue. Probably because it's not 8 o'clock or 5 o'clock, eh? There we go. Alright, so we're just going to follow this road. We're going to come down to the next set of lights, and when we get to that set of lights, then we're going to turn left. There's the crossing first, of course, so we have to get over the crossing on green. There you go. And we're going to turn left at the lights here. Be careful with your indicator. There's a junction just there, so we'll get level with that signal then, and then we'll indicate left to go into Park Road. Park Road is the one that takes you down towards the train station. Although we're a little way off it yet. Now this will feel like you're on your way back. If you're on this test route, this will feel like you're on your way back to the test centre, but you're not. There's still a little bit to do. We're going past Queen's Road on the right. It's kind of a narrow space. We'll take it really steady. So we've gone past Queen's Road. We're going to take the next road on the right, just down here. So it's not quite over yet. There's still a bit more to do. I've just got to find this junction. It's just where these trees are. So we're turning right here into Thornfield Way. Now Thornfield Way is quite interesting because it's got a unmarked crossroads on it. An unmarked crossroads is one where there's no lines painted on the road. So you must assume that you're on the minor road. In other words, when you get up to it, make sure you drop the car into first gear and have a good look both ways before you move on. And actually you've done that there, and you'll have noticed that there's just a cul-de-sac on either side, but still it's an unmarked crossroads, so you must do that. When we get to the end of this road here, we're going to turn left. So end of Thornfield Way, we're turning left onto, we're going to creep out here, creeping out, and there we are. As we come down here, we've got another crossroads, but this time it's marked, and if you have a look, you can see there's lines on the kind of minor roads, the side roads there, which gives us priority. So on the one on the last road there was no lines, and that's what makes it an unmarked crossroads. Thornfield Way, on Thornfield Way. All the way to the end of here, I'm going to turn right when we get to the end of this road. That green car's letting us get by, so that's fine. Thank you very much, sir. I didn't mention, did I? This is Priesthills Road. We're turning right at the end. We're turning right onto Station Road. As we found out in the last one, Station Road is quite a horrible, nasty road really, just because it's where my dentist lives. And there it is, there's my dentist on the left. Not going in there today, thankfully. I am terrified of the dentist, I don't mind admitting to anybody. Yeah, absolutely, oh dear, I'm absolutely mortified when I have to go there. Alright, so we're just carrying on down here, and we're going as far as the Crescent. If you look on your left, you'll see there it says the Crescent, and we're turning left into there, which is Lancaster Road. So into Lancaster Road we go. Make sure there's no one on the crossing. There's someone on a push bike here. I don't know whether he's going to use the crossing. He isn't. That's fine then. So we're along Lancaster Road, past the Sally Army, and this is where the library for Hinckley is, and Quick Fit. just to give you some context about where you are. Traffic lights here. On these traffic lights we're going to be turning left. That's taking us round to the left there, back down towards Sainsbury's. Now the thing about the road we're on now is there's some give way lines here. Just as we come past this bit, there's a filter, it says filter on the road, but there's give way lines, so do be careful. Drop the car into first gear again, have a good look and carry on if it's clear. We're in the right hand lane. The left hand lane takes us into Sainsbury's. We're not going to Sainsbury's today, but we're going straight ahead at these lines. So you will see at that filter, at that give way, of those give way lines there, you will see lots of people just, you know, be unaware really that they're there and just carry straight on. And you know, you'll see quite a few near misses actually around that. I've seen a few near misses around there. I've not seen anyone actually crash. I have seen quite a few near misses just because people have been unaware that the give way lines are there and just carried on. So our lights are going on to green here, and we're going to carry on from here. Now you will realise now that you are on the way back to the test centre. A good idea just to keep your concentration level at the highest point you can do. Obviously today we've got a bit of a traffic queue, which we'll wait in. I'm sure your instructor has said, you know, you must make sure that where you stop in the line of traffic here, that you can still see the tyres of the car in front on the road. And people say tyres on tarmac, don't they? See the tyres on the tarmac? Yeah. Taking it steady. Just keeping a nice distance from the car in front of us. We can see his brake lights have come on. They've come on again now. We're just taking it steady. We can see also it says keep clear, and there's a junction there. Just going to make sure, yeah, just going to make sure we can get the whole car over before we wait. We just wait in here. So the Honda, the CBR in front of us, looks like he's positioning himself to turn left at these traffic lights here. We're not going left, we're going straight ahead. And the straight ahead is kind of the right hand side of this. So that's why we're positioned here and not on the left where he is. The lights are on green, so it should be that we're going to move on now. And as we do, you'll see that the road splits into two lanes, and that's exactly what's happened. The Honda's gone off to the left, and we're going to go straight ahead. Just coming down around here, and there's a roundabout they've put in here. Also, there's new Greggs, and they're putting a co-op in, and all sorts of things going on around this part of the world. And I'm just going to carry on. Here's a roundabout. Straight ahead, heading off back toward the test centre now. I'm going to stay in the left lane, and we're going to go left at the traffic lights. So we are in the left filter lane, but I am signalling anyway, because it is physically possible for me to go straight on. And there's nothing built in the road that's barring my progress. So it can be that I could turn left or go straight ahead. And actually the car that was in front of us, the white one, the white Kia, came from this left filter lane and went straight ahead. So, you know, that's why I put my indicator on, just to let people know, yeah, I am in this lane, and yeah, I am going round to the left. So the car that's beside us here, the purple one that's just moved on, can actually go with confidence. So we're round to the left here. We're back into Brookside, and we're going to turn into the test centre in a few seconds. So here's a few tips. When you get to the bus stop on the left here, make sure you're checking your mirrors. When you get to the bus stop, indicate for left there when you level with it. And when you level with the post box, drop the car into first gear and just manoeuvre yourself into the car park nice and slowly like that. Because there's all parked cars around here, and what you don't want to do is get too close to any one of them. And what you'll do then is you'll park up in the car park here. And that's really test route number 5. And that's all done. So I shall see you in the next one. Cheers.
So now let's look at how you or how one of my students dominated her driving examiner with just a bottle of water. If you look in the description of this video, you will see this paragraph comes up. This is coming in all of the videos from now on, and it says we look at how one of my students dominated a driving examiner with a bottle of water. So you can click this link here, and that will take you straight to the video which will tell you that. Also, you can see how to impress your driving examiner and how to smash driving test stress as well with that one. Okay, and if and when you do click this link, how to dominate your driving examiner, it will come up with this video here. And also, if you look at the end of the video that you're watching currently, this thumbnail will come up, and all you need to do is click on that and you can see that video. It's how to impress driving examiner, how to dominate a driving test examiner, where to a point where you will pass the driving test. Now this is an example, real life example. It's a non-aggressive, very, very clever thing that one of my students did, and I feel the need to share it with you. So have a look and let me know what you think. Cheers guys.